Guys, it's Nicole here with Mommy Tips by Cole. I'm back to do another pregnancy update for you guys. I have not done my 19-week one. The last one that I did was 17 weeks, and that was before I announced the gender of the baby. So if you didn't know by now, it is a girl. We're having another baby girl. And currently I am actually 20 plus weeks. I will be 21 tomorrow. So I figured just to make this be my 20-week pregnancy vlog update, and then I'll update every 2 weeks until I'm comfortable enough to do every week. Probably when I get closer to delivery, I will do a weekly update. So a lot has happened since my last update. So before that update, we were finding out the gender. So we shared the emotional pregnancy gender reveal video, which I'm just so happy that we were able to share that with you guys. So thank you to everybody that watched it and commented, and we'll link it down below if you didn't see it yet. And then since then, we've had a lot of personal things going on within our family. So the last update, I think I was telling you guys about my anxiety and depression, and since then I was supposed to see a therapist, but the week that I was actually supposed to see or scheduled to see the therapist, we got hit with some really bad news. If you watch my vlogs, you would know this, but if you don't, my husband was diagnosed on September 11th with testicular cancer, and less than a week later, or a few days after that, he celebrated his 36th birthday, and then 2 days after that, which was 6 days after his diagnosis, he had surgery. And since then, it's just been an emotional roller coaster for our family. The news, and then trying to figure out what was going to be the next step after step after step. So we've been pretty much taking it day by day, and since then, I mentioned this update in my vlog, my recent weekly vlog. He had, the surgery went well, it was successful, and he had CAT scans, which showed that it didn't spread to other organs, and his levels from blood work went down significantly. However, there were some cells that appeared to be invading or trying to invade, from the pathology report, invade the tumor that was removed. So there could be a chance that some microscopic cells are outside the surgical area. So our next step right now, where we're at, is to see, we're scheduled to see an oncologist to discuss his treatment, which would probably be chemo, could possibly be radiation, but more than likely he'll go through chemo. Hopefully it will just be around, or dose, or however that works, and then we'll go from there. So, you know, the statistics on this type of cancer are very good, and you know, especially him finding out this early on, is a good thing. It's just a matter of going through the next steps for treatment so that he can be completely cancer-free. But with all of that said, it's just been really hard emotionally on me as far as this pregnancy update goes. It's been hard in our entire family, but I just feel like a lot is on my shoulders. You know, my husband can't work right now, and I'm working part-time and doing YouTube and all of that. And then having 3 kids to take care of day in, day out, and taking care of him, taking care of me, taking care of baby, you know, taking care of just the daily chores and stuff like that has just been very overwhelming. But, you know, with that said, we've had a great amount of support from family and friends and you guys that have been sending us your prayers and love on all of our recent vlogs and on social media. And, you know, your prayers just mean so much to us, and your support. And I feel like without doing YouTube and without having YouTube as an outlet, I would be an even bigger mess than I am, you know. Like, I feel like I'm a mess when I vlog, because I feel like I'm always emotional and crying at some point. because I feel like this is my form of therapy, and it's just a good way for me to document this, and it helps me get through it. I know not many people will be comfortable with sharing this type of information, but you know what? I pretty much share everything that I'm comfortable sharing on YouTube. You know, the clips that I share in vlogs are just snippets of everyday life. You know, there's so much more to life than our lives than what we share, what we choose to share in videos or the vlogs. But I feel like doing it has helped me so much get through this, and I feel like I kind of put the whole issues that I was going through kind of got put to the side, because I had a whole other set of issues to deal with that were way more important than the trivial stuff that I was feeling anxious about. So every day is different. It's been very challenging, and you know, I know we'll get through this, and you know, most important is that I have to take care of myself in order for me to be there for my family, and I'm doing the best that I can. So with that said, I did go to the ER. I shared it in my recent vlog 144, that whole week experience. I went to the ER because I had an anxiety attack earlier, which I didn't have one for a while, and then I had one and I was fine. And then I started to get palpitations and a shortness of breath, and I called the OB, the OB that was on call, and they suggested to go to the ER just to get checked up. So I had an EKG, blood work, urine sample, chest x-ray, and I forgot what it's called, but it's a lung perfusion scan, and which was really uncomfortable, but you know, my mom suggested to do it. She is a nurse, and she suggested it's better to be safe than sorry, and you need to be sure that you're okay, because if you're not okay, the baby won't be okay. But with all that said, everything was fine, and the results came out just as I expected. Everything was fine, and I knew in my heart that it was just stress and anxiety, but I just wanted to be sure. So I was released that day. I think I was there like 12 to 5:30 in the morning, and then I didn't get any sleep because I had to bring the kids to school the next day, and I was able to take a nap and then pick them up back to work and all this stuff, and then trying to juggle YouTube in between all of this in this past few weeks has been hard. I've still been on top of the vlogs, but this is my first time getting to film in like 3.5 weeks, so this is like a really long hiatus that I've had from like filming, although I'm still active on YouTube, which I didn't want to not be active because it's a big part of my life and it makes me happy and it helps me get through things. So that is why I choose to keep up with videos and vlogging and such. Yeah, so physically I feel fine. I had my 20-week visit this week, or post 20-week visit. I had the 20-week ultrasound. Baby is measuring great. I actually gained weight this visit. I know last time I told you I didn't gain weight because I feel like I did, but then I lost because I was so stressed. I do plan to schedule with the therapist at some point this month after we know the next steps. But physically I feel fine, and I mean the baby is moving now. Last time I told you I didn't really feel the baby move, and now I know why I felt the baby later than I did the other kids. Is because my placenta is actually laying in the front of my belly, so the baby has a cushion there, so that's why it took me longer to feel her, because of the placenta that's there. And I feel her more so at night, which is great because that is what I've missed every pregnancy. I've always loved being pregnant, even if I went through some difficulties with my first pregnancy. I've always like had overall good pregnancies, and I loved being pregnant, and I've always missed that feeling of the baby kicking. So now she kicks and moves, but it's more at night, or if I have some type of caffeine, I might feel her move here and there. And cravings have been still bread and butter or potatoes. Very rare that I'll have a craving for something sugary, but it will be like something like donuts or something like that. Not so much like candy bars and hard candies and things like that. I never really had an overly sugary palate. even. That's how you say it. I've never really craved like really sugary stuff. And that's pretty much it. Sometimes I feel lightheaded because my pressure has been low during this pregnancy, but and it was really low when I was in the hospital. It was like 80 something over like 40 something, but I didn't faint or anything, and I was okay. But generally my blood pressure, it falls on the low side during pregnancy, which the doctor said is fine. It's better than it being super high. And I think that's pretty much it. I think I should just show you a belly shot. I've been taking like weekly pictures or having Evelyn take them for me, but I haven't showed like a belly shot because in like the other videos I feel like it felt like still squishy still, so I feel like now that it's more round I can actually show like my actual belly bump aside from, you know, with clothes on. So I am wearing pants today, so I can show you the belly. So that's the belly with the clothes on, and then if I pull my pant down, this is the belly. So she's growing, baby is growing, and she's not moving right now, but there she is. So that's pretty much it. I just want to thank you guys so much for keeping up with my pregnancy vlogs. You know, comment down below anything, questions that you have. I love reading your comments, although I don't get to reply as often as quickly as I'd like to. And I think that's it. So see you guys